The following broadcast may contain explicit language and adult themes. Viewer discretion is advised. The opinions expressed in this broadcast are those of the hosts, talent, and guests, and do not reflect the opinions, views, and standards of Pyromedia Enterprises, affiliates, subsidiaries, or its members.
What is going on, everyone? Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Welcome to the Daryl Walter Show. How y'all doing out there? Welcome, everyone. Oh, I'm so excited for today. We just got a lot to talk about. I am your host, the melanated, your nephew, your cousin, your brother, your uncle. I don't think I'm old enough to be your daddy yet. That's a whole nother conversation. I am your host, Daryl Walter, and I want to welcome all of you to the Daryl Walter Show. How y'all doing out there? I hope everybody's having a great week. Um, Thank you so much for tuning in. I want to thank y'all, my followers, everyone, Pyromedia Network, Bullet In Flight Radio, all of my listeners all over the world, as I have been told. Thank you all for tuning in. Listen, make sure you click like and click share. Shout out to Kwame. Shout out to Samuel, the machine, the people behind the scenes that makes all of this happen. Listen, y'all, let's just get right into some things. Kwame, I got to get this off of my chest. I just feel like just because you drive a Tesla, okay, don't mean you better than everybody else. Okay, what am I saying? I love y'all, and I've been seeing a lot of Teslas and Priuses. Let's put them out there too. I don't know what it is, but y'all Tesla drivers seem to think because you're saving gas and you're making your carbon footprint a little smaller, that it gives you a right to just drive with audacity, cut people off, take parking spaces that don't belong to you. Listen, just because you drive a Tesla, let me tell you, from Daryl's car, I'ma still honk at you. Okay, you still gonna get this honk to all you Tesla drivers out there, okay? Let's keep going. This week has been a crazy week, and it has been a week of self-reflection. I feel like this show, everything that we're going to be talking about, is really around self-love, is really about self-discovery, and really just finding yourself. So I want to ask you, what is the best gift you can give yourself right now? Tap in the comments. I can't see the comments, Kwame, but if you put them up there, if they're up there, listen. What's the best gift you can give yourself? A lot of times we love to give gifts to other people. I know the wedding, the birthdays, we think about what people will give to us on our birthday or for Christmas. We write our list. But what is the best gift you can give yourself? I would love for you to type it in the comments. For me, it's self-care. The best gift I can give myself is self-care. So I just wanted to ask that, just to share with you, just to make you think, just to kind of do a little self-reflection. All right, let's get into what went viral. And this is what went viral for me in my spirit, what I felt like we should talk about this week, y'all. Listen, I'm a single man in the streets. I was on these dating apps. We'll get into that. I am dating, meeting, mingling, if you will. And I came across this social influencer, content creator. He's a hairstylist, in Baltimore in the DMV. His name is the Individualist. I hope I'm saying it right. Shali Abre. Shali Abre. But I want you to take a listen to this video and I'll share my thoughts afterwards. Go ahead and play that clip.
Listen, everyone should have a high level of confidence. Say it with me. I'm a bad bitch, I'm a fly bitch, and I'm successful in my own right. But this doesn't mean that I don't struggle with my own insecurities as a gay black man in today's society, especially with the day and age of social media. Okay, so I don't know about you, but sometimes I struggle really hard with where and how I fit in with the gays, especially if I'm trying to date. And people are so quick to say, just be yourself, whatever that means. But in doing so, you're being judged, and then they put you in a box with a label on it, and then you don't get the friends or the relationship that you want because of it, solely based off of how you carry yourself and how you look. Now tell me, have you ever experienced this? You don't drive the nicest car, make the most money, or dress the flyest, but then the gays want to look down upon you because you're just not good enough. But as soon as you flip the script and you obtain all of these things, now all of a sudden you're high sedity and you're bougie. I still don't get it. And God forbid if you're trying to date and you're a top and you tell them that you like to watch Housewives of Atlanta and you watch Drag Race. Now it's kind of like, you're not a top, you're a blouse. Or you could be a feminine bottom that's really into sports, but now you're being looked at as strange because that's usually not feminine behavior. And what about having too many Instagram friends? When you're trying to date, he's usually intimidated by how many people know you. But when you're trying to make friends, they're usually intimidated by how many people you know. So now I want to hear from you. Please tell me how you manage to either fit in or stand out as a gay black male in today's society. And don't forget to like, share, and follow for more.
Listen, how do you stand in? How do you stand out or fit in? And the reason this video just caught my attention these past few weeks, I have put myself out there. I've been on the apps, I've given in, and I was on some of your favorite apps, christianmingle.com and JDate and Facebook dating and some of those other fun apps. But in my experience, here's what I've experienced out there. I feel like there's a lot of people who put their representation in the profile, but it's not really who they are. And then also, there's a lot of people who lack communication skills, the ability to say no, thank you, or the ability to say what they really want or what they're really interested in, because at the end of the day, they don't really know what they want. I'm finding, I feel like a sore thumb. Am I saying it right, Kwame? What am I saying? Like, I don't feel like I fit in. So I deleted my apps and I said, you know what? I've worked on myself so much. I'm just going to chill. I'm just going to chill. I'm just going to enjoy life. I'm going to really hone in on the things that I love, such as the Daryl Walter show, singing, working out, everything. And when the time is right, it will come. But I want to know from y'all out there, what do you do in the dating game or in the getting to know someone game? For me, I am Daryl. I'm not feminine. I'm not masculine. You know, if I say I'm a top, I'm not considered a top because I still watch Housewives and I may get saucy a little bit. What do you do? Kwame, what do you do? I'm asking you, what do you do? Or do you do anything? Or does this question even apply to you? Let's move forward. I feel like this question doesn't apply. Why I deleted my dating apps. Shout out to this content creator who is also a therapist, Dr. Zeb Tellis. And at first, when I saw this clip, I do what Kwame does to make Kwame happy. I'm going to do a show on dating. That's it. Okay. Why I deleted my dating apps. After going to therapy, after doing all of this work, and you all have followed me on my journey. If you go back to the shows, you can see that there's maybe a little slimmerization. But also, I've been going to therapy. I'm 3 months no alcohol right now. I have really made a shift in how I'm living, and I found on the dating apps that there's a lot of people who are still going, who are still like have a lot of unhealed trauma, a lot of baggage. And here's the thing, I don't mind a little baggage, a little baggage, make like, like a little baggage, not like a suitcase, lot of baggage. But there's a lot of guys who are just going through a lot, especially in with black gay men. I'm just saying. All right, let's play this video. It's a little lengthy, but I really want everybody just to hear what Dr. Zeb has to say, because at first I said, ouch, but I agree with a lot of what he's saying.
I need to share with you a story, a conversation from a client, one of my most tenured clients, that regards a topic that I don't hear a lot about, but needs to be covered. It's my hope that what I share with you is a blessing to you the way it was a help to her. Mid-30s, like I said, one of my most tenured clients, she said to me, Doc, when we started working together months ago, you really have always been very honest with me. She said, on my journey, and I really feel like I'm at a place where I'm ready to get out there. I've been working on the 5 areas we always talk about. She said, what do you think about dating apps? I said, run as fast as you can. Do not use dating apps. She was like,
now
wow,
pause
really?
right here,
Said, let me
Kwame.
give
Can
you
I
4
get a pause
reasons.
right
Number
here?
one, the
Y'all listen. When he said run as fast as you can, I didn't agree with it at first. That's where I sort of shut down, because I said, in 2023, how else are you going to meet someone, right? What other ways are there to meet someone outside of a dating app, especially as a black gay man? I said, ouch. This is where I said, ouch. Okay, go ahead and play the rest of the video. I'm going to shut up.
quantity is high, but the quality is low. Anytime you can go to a buffet and eat all you can eat for less than $20, the quality of the food is not going to be that good. It's impossible, because that business would not be able to stay in business if they allowed quality food to be eaten all you can for less than 20 bucks. Right? So yeah, dating apps have a lot of people on them, but is the quality that great? Probably not. Number two, most people aren't the same offline. One of the things I've discovered is that it's nothing for people to utilize the beauty of filters on apps and camera
Yes.
phones to make themselves look all kinds of ways. And then when you see them in the mall, they look like Godzilla. This is a very real thing. And it's just not about looks. People's personalities aren't the same offline. People's communication ability is not the same offline. People's emotional stability is not the same offline. Unfortunately, people can present all types of things online and all types of images and impressions online. But unless you're healthy and whole, it's rare when you're one of us, meaning you're better offline than you are in person. She said, I totally understand that. That aligns with our work. I said, great. I said, let's switch it up a little bit. I said, number three, social media or dating apps are a cesspool of
They are.
unhealed and unhealthy people.
They are.
She said, wow. She said, that's strong, Doc. I said, did you expect anything different? I said, it is a cesspool of people that are not whole and that are not healed. She said, what do you mean? I said, do you know what a cesspool is? She said, I've heard the term. I think it's like a place where there's a whole bunch of bad things. I said, let's be specific. A cesspool is, just imagine a container that's underground. And anytime you flush the toilet, there is a place where all of the unprocessed liquid waste and all of the processed sewage goes to. So whatever is not properly processed in the toilet goes into a cesspool, unprocessed liquid or piss and unprocessed waste. She said, yikes. I said, yeah. Which means when you're on these dating apps, what I've discovered is that you have a whole lot of people who have not done any work, none whatsoever. They are on apps to find love. They're on apps to find companionship. Some people are just on apps to see who they can smash. A lot of people do not have the mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, and financial capacity to be suitable mates. And I said, I know this to be true because there are actually dating coaches that you can pay who will write your dating app bios. She said, I
Okay,
had no
pause right
idea. I
there.
said,
Pause
that's
right
what I've
there.
been told.
Listen, I didn't realize the video was gonna be a little long, but y'all go back and watch that. Bring me back up on screen, Kwame, because he hit a lot of points on the head. As a black gay man, I deleted my apps. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell the stories why that led me up to the apps. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like this. If you're out there on the dating apps, even if you're looking to smash, and I don't know, everybody has different standards, but even if you're looking to smash, it's still stupid people out there on the apps. Okay. And people, who do different things. Um, One young man hit me up, and I say I don't drink. So in my head, if I don't drink, but see, I figured this out. If I don't drink, that means I would think that I don't do other things. So he said he was just going to pop a Molly and come to my house, and I said, "Oh, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Don't worry about that." Then there was another gentleman who said he was a full-time rapper. Now it was my fault. Don't laugh. It was my fault because I believed him. I know people who are full-time entertainers. But after I got to know him, I realized like, oh, this is your persona for the dating app. This is not really who you are. And I realized that this was going to be my experience. That very few people, hear me out, are taking the time to actually heal and do the work to be their best version of themselves so that they can really present a better version offline than they do online. For some people, this is going to go in one ear and right out the other. And that's because you still haven't healed, and that's okay. So we just going to move forward to the real important part of the what went viral, and that's the 2023 BET Awards. Kwame, did you watch the awards? Did you see it? I'm a quarter of the way through. First, let me just start off by saying, where were the celebrities? And I know, Daryl, what are you talking about? There were celebrities there. I saw a lot of reality stars. The cast of Love and Hip Hop. BET should really be ashamed of themselves, okay? And we just gonna walk through it because oh Lord, I hope it's true Tyler Perry bottom because we just gonna see what Tyler Perry is gonna do. Nothing wrong. The awards weren't terrible from what I've seen so far. Let me just say there's some good highlights. Let's start off with Busta Rhymes. Let's get the good stuff out of the way. Busta Rhymes received a Lifetime Achievement Award. Let me just say, Busta Rhymes, no homo, because I know, but Busta Rhymes is daddy. Busta Rhymes is definitely one of my he's everything. I love his music, and Busta Rhymes is kind of fine to me. But he got his award, Lifetime Achievement Award, and let's just see a clip of him just accepting his award so beautifully. Ocean. Don't we love it? First of all, Busta Rhymes is like the quintessential. He is an icon times 10. First of all, he is one. He is the greatest rapper. I mean, you can debate me on that. He is the greatest rapper. Definitely top three greatest lyricist of all time. He's such a giving person. He's helped. He's still relevant today. And let me tell you something. You can put Busta Rhymes in the ring with some of these young people. Ooh, let me read. Okay. And he'll still stand he'll still stand 10 toes down all day. That's why he won't do a versus, because who gonna check him? Who gonna check him? Okay. Now let's go to the bullshit. The Tina Turner tribute. See, here's my issue with it, because y'all, first of all, I realize we live in a world where y'all don't respect your elders, not near none. Y'all don't respect Patti LaBelle for nothing. Y'all drag Patti LaBelle, make these memes about her, and you was wrong. Show the pictures. R.I.P. Tina. You know, uh, Patty singing her life out. And people even got mad when we brought up her age. But Patti LaBelle is 79. 79 years old. Oh, I'm finna go off. Lord help me today, Jesus. Patti LaBelle is 79 years old. She has given you some of the best tributes. And y'all talking about, well, Fantasia was a musical. They could have had so many other people. Let me ask you this. When's the last time BET honored Tina? I'll wait. I'll wait. How many BET awards and Soul Train awards has Tina Turner won? I'll wait. When's the last time they called Tina Turner to perform at the BET Awards? Kwame, can you find it? Can you Google it? I know you can't, because it ain't there. And now BET want to come about after this woman has been dead and gone and give some whack ass last minute tribute and bring you see, you know what? Lord, calm down, Daryl. Because this is just what niggas do. I said it. This lady been living in Switzerland, ain't been bothering nobody. Numb your holding gaying herself for her life. Now you want to call Patti LaBelle. We ain't seen Patti in months. I was worried about Patti. Whoever coordinated this needs to lose their job immediately. You got a whole Chanel Hayes, ain't that the baby's name, playing Tina Turner out there somewhere. You got a whole Fantasia, Jasmine Sullivan. No, you want to call Patti and then y'all want to get, you know what? Let me tell you something. BET needs to apologize to Tina Turner. First of all, you know what? That's the thing, though. Let's just talk about it. Black people never, Tina wasn't fooling with black people. Y'all didn't fool with Tina Turner like that. Half of y'all ain't fans. Half of y'all, the only thing you know is What's Love Got to Do with It and Angela Bassett. That's all you know. You don't know Mad Max. But now you want to get mad because of Patti LaBelle's tribute. You know what? Y'all gonna stop with this fake outrage. That's what I said. BET ain't never invited Tina to nothing. Now they want to give a haphazard tribute with a woman that can't barely see. First of all, why wasn't the font big enough for Patti LaBelle to see? You know that woman's 79. You know if she uses her iPhone, you know the font big as day. She probably got it on a good 18 or 22. They probably had it at a 12 font. Y'all is just wrong. Anyways, and let me get to this last one, because this is the one that this is where I realized that this next generation, I myself must say I'm sorry because we did something wrong. Here we have our beloved Bobby Jones. Bobby Jones is the gospel what Dick Clark is to pop music. Okay, some of your greatest gospel artists, Bobby Jones has brought on. Bobby Jones, Uncle Bobby, 89, 91. Bobby Jones is old, but look good. Looks very good. Called himself going to the BET Awards being classy. Okay. Acme Anvil in enters this young woman. Sexy Red. Bring up Sexy Red. It's Sexy Red. She is the artist that performs Pound Town. Show the video. Here's Uncle Bobby, all classy, while Sexy Red is performing Pound Town. Do we have that little clip? Because my spirit is just troubled. Maybe must be a reason we don't. We got it, Kwame. Can we play it? Anyways, if we don't, let me tell you what's going on in the video. Sexy Red is performing Pound. Now, just hear the words Pound Town. And Uncle Bobby is looking so lost. He don't know whether he at the BET Awards, the Source Awards, maybe the driver dropped him off at the wrong award show. He looks so troubled. And it just in that moment when I watched Uncle Bobby just distressed at the BET Awards, I realized what was missing at BET. Now I love us and everybody's talented, but what was missing from BET was entertainment. I saw artists, I saw dancers, but I didn't see entertainers. Well, I'm again tribute. Okay. I saw dancers, but I didn't see, yeah. Bring that comment back up. What did it say? Mother Jones should have waited for the Dove Awards. Listen. Here's the thing, though. Here's what I know. Here's what we know. Here's what I know about award shows. You don't just show up to award shows. You get invited. And so my thing is with the see, y'all gonna call me old on this one. But here's the thing: what happened to entertainment? You know, what happened to they're rappers, they're thugs, they're whatever. But when they go to certain events, there's a je ne sais pas, there's a poshness about them. They clean up, they wear their nice gowns, their nice outfits, not Pound Town in the aisles. We lost a generation, I just feel like. I love new music, but I we'll see. But we're missing entertainment. I wasn't entertained, child. At least I love Coco Jones. I love Lotto, and listen, twerk me to smithereens. But entertainment, Little Kim would never. Okay, Little Kim would never. That's all I got to say about it. I'm gonna give the BET Awards an 8.5 right now. That Tina tribute was the Tina tribute was a slap in the face to Tina Turner. And for all of you who are wondering out there, Tina Turner has won 8 Grammys, 25 nominations, 3 Grammy Hall of Fame awards, and a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. Bring that comment back up, Kwame. I'm sorry. Well, with that being said, they should have known not to sell Bobby. Oh gosh, I gotta find that video. That video was Bobby just looks so lost. I feel like he just was like, "Why the hell did I come to this shit?" And I bet you he said that under his breath. Let's see. We're gonna take a commercial break because we need to pay some bills. When we come back, we're gonna talk about the discussion. Have you grieved your past? I want to share some of my thoughts. I really want to just talk to us. We're going into Pride season. All these different prides are coming up, and my goal is I want you to go out there and live your best life. All right. So I'll see you in a few minutes. All right. We'll be back.
This episode is sponsored in part by Bullet and Flight Radio. Get ready to uplift your spirit with Bullet and Flight Radio, the world's leading progressive Christian radio station. Experience the vibrant fusion of gospel house music and a rich medley of inspiration from all musical genres that'll make your heart soar. Join their extraordinary lineup of today's trailblazers, visionaries, and voices that matter, all sharing their stories and wisdom. Stay plugged in around the clock as they broadcast unmissable content 24/7. Your go-to station for all things inspiring. Become a pilot today by visiting bulletandflightradio.com. Bullet and Flight Radio. Your story, our station. Welcome back to the Daryl Walter Show. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for engaging. Thank you all for following me. The journey thus far has been um, amazing, to say the least. And today I wanted to talk to you about the question, have you grieved your past? And this question, this topic, even just came up after last week's discussion. As many of you know, I am a big proponent of mental health and getting your mental health checked, whether it's through therapy, have a life coach, making sure that you have someone that you can talk to and really dealing with yourself so that you can be your best self. And for me, in the process of therapy, my therapist has had me write these goodbye letters to family members, to situations that no longer serve me purpose, or things that I need to let go. And it made me think. I had this epiphany. I had this aha moment. Daryl, as a Black gay man, as a member of the LGBTQIA plus community, as someone who is the Black sheep of the family, as someone who can be considered an outcast. How I grew up, I just grew up so differently. Um, the things that I went through up until now, a lot of you are seeing the glow up or me doing well and I'm smiling and I'm doing the TikToks and everything. But there's a sordid past behind all of that. And it's a past for a very long time that I was ashamed of, that I held on to, that I kept quiet, which is probably one of the reasons why now I'm so transparent and forthcoming. One, because I want to help somebody else, but also because I grew up, in life, as many of you out there may have grown up, where, children were seen and not heard. So as we have this discussion, this message is to anyone who's out there, who is the outcast, who is the Black sheep, who is the former addict of whatever, drug abuse, alcohol abuse, maybe shopping, maybe eating, maybe you were mean in the past, whatever it is. A lot of us have past that we've moved on from, and yes, we may have let it go, or we may have moved on and developed a new life if somebody's hurt you. But the real question is, have you grieved the past?
Have you let go of that old self? Have you let go of that old thing? Or is that old self, is that old way, are those things still controlling you in the way that you maybe make your choices? You know, maybe you say, I'll never trust again. Maybe you say, you know, as I raise my children, I'm going to raise my children this way because I'll never be like that parent, or I'll never be like my mom, or, you know, when I move out, I'm going to make sure to do everything this way because I don't want to be like such and such, which in a sense um, shows that you really haven't grieved. You really haven't let go of that old place or that old self because it's still dictating a lot of the choices that you're making, a lot of the ways that you're moving, and a lot of the ways that you're engaging and interacting in your relationships. Listen, let's move forward. We're going to Pride. Okay, yes, June, it's the end of the month. It is the end of Pride Month and Black Music Month. We got more to talk about. And so, yes, Pride, love yourself. And I want to talk this discussion about have you grieved your past and moving forward? Because what I realized in the LGBTQIA plus community, there are many of you who have wonderful experiences, either coming out or you've never had to, or you have loving households, you have supportive family members, but I also know there is a community of you who were dogged out for being different, who maybe the church hurt you, you know, maybe your family members, basically, yeah, they loved you, but the way that they loved you and the way that they treated you was different, maybe even in church. You know, for me, I grew up in the Church of God in Christ, so a lot of experiences that I had, I was treated differently, but it wasn't directly, you know, it was indirectly because I was still a singer. There were things that I was still able to contribute. So they weren't able to exactly dog me out or excommunicate me altogether. But even that, you know, as I've gotten older, and I'll say this, you know, it's taken me up into my 40s to really grasp and embrace the idea of truly grieving the past. And so, what do I mean by grieving the past? Well, what do we talk about when we say grief? When we lose a loved one, it is going through that process of when you lose something or something is taken away, right? And so, in this instance, for a lot of you out there, you know, you're still holding on to the past hurt from church. You're still holding to the past hurt from, you know, how they did you or how they treated you, or maybe for some of you, and this is just, I'm not talking to anybody specifically, so, you know, take a deep breath. If this is triggering, this is not directed towards anybody out there, but for some of you it may be abuse or in any type of form that you're still holding on to. You've forgiven, you moved on, but in that moving on, what you've done is like you've tucked it away, or you've hidden it under a pillow, or you've put it in the back of your mind, or we just don't talk about it, or if I don't think about it, or if I just ignore it. And what's happening is that thing is still there. And so when we talk about grief, what I want to help my people out there with is getting through it, truly getting through it. And let me tell you, is it going to hurt? Yes, but that's okay. I feel like in our community, you know, we fight against feelings, we fight against feeling emotions, we fight against anything that's outside of what we would consider normal. And I'm here to let you know that, you know, it's okay to hurt, it's okay to feel. So part of the steps of going through grief is owning it. You got to own it, own what happened. And for me, I'm gonna talk about me, okay? Because I don't want to make up anything or say anything and somebody go, there he go telling my business. He always tell for Daryl, you know, let's go drinking. For a long time, even though I wasn't drinking as much, and even though I had moved on from a part of my life, it was a part that I had just moved on from, but I hadn't owned everything that had happened. Listen, I got a DUI. Like, yes, I have been drunk to the point of not remembering and blacking out and other things happening. And it's not owning it where I need to tell my story to everybody and tell my business to everybody. Let me park it right there. Owning it doesn't mean that you have to get up and just tell everything to everyone. Have a friend, have a couple of your support group of people that you can talk to. But what owning it does mean is that you are taking back the power. You are taking back control. You are taking back narrative. Because when you own it, no one else can tell your truth but you. And even when they do try to tell it, you're not embarrassed. There's nothing they can do because you've already owned it. Okay. Don't number two. This is just coming from Daryl, okay? I'm not a professional, so don't fight me on this because I know how some of y'all like to tussle out there. But this is what Daryl's doing. Because well, let me say this. I'm stumbling. Number two, don't carry the blame. Don't carry the blame. Don't carry it. It's not your fault, or it's not all your fault. But it's not fair to you to carry 100% of the blame. Listen, a lot of you are seeing my journey of working out, of weight loss. I've gotten compliments past couple of weeks. The skin is glowing. I look different. Something's different. And listen, is it someone else? Could be, couldn't be, doesn't matter. What it really is that in addition to working out and nutrition, I'm not carrying the blame. Listen, stress will make you gain weight. Anxiety, all of that stuff you will carry. And I'm just here to tell you, whatever you've gone through, it's not all your fault. And it's okay to say that, you know what, it's their fault. If someone hurt you, they hurt you. And there's nothing you could have done or dressed differently or said differently to carry that blame. But a lot of time we want to carry the weight because it makes us feel better to carry that guilt. Oh, my mom treated me this way because I was disrespectful, because I was a bad kid. My dad was mean to me because I was out of line all the time. No, that's not your fault. You don't need to carry that blame. It's not your fault you were out of line. I'm gonna pause it right there. Number three, accept it. But Daryl, you said own it. Owning it and accepting it are two different things. When you accept it, after you've owned it, after you've taken off the rose colored glasses and are no longer carrying full blame, now you've accepted it for what it is, not for what it was, not for what you think it should be, but for what it is. For me, acceptance looked like the love that you long for from your father. He is incapable of giving you that love. And I accepted that. For me, grief came in the form of your mother has transitioned. She is no longer here. And now I accept that I live this life in a different way than I did when she was here. And number four, Kwame, now let it go. It's a constant work, though. Here's the thing. It's a constant work because it's not just, oh, I let it go today. Because what happens along the way, it comes up again, and you got to practice owning it, not carrying the blame, accepting it, and letting it go. And it may be number 3 and 4, 2 and 3, 1 and 4, maybe a combination of all of it. But what I want to say also is that as you go out and celebrate yourself, see, there's a lot of people who are going to be celebrating and they have the physical attributes. They got the six pack, skin is glowing, teeth. They flew to Brazil and got their good teeth done. Okay, BBL on fleek. All right, but on the inside they're still broken. On the inside they're still looking for the validation that they didn't get from their daddy when they was a child. Come on now. And I want y'all to be healed and go out so the world can experience the best you. But also take this, and when you go out to the parties, when you go out to the clubs, and when you go out and hang out, you can open your eyes and recognize, you know what? That person is not all the way healed. It looks good. They got on hoochie daddy shorts and a good lineup. A good lineup. But they haven't owned it yet. I'm just trying to share this and help somebody because I think in order to really have the best, you have to let go of the rest. I'm not a rapper, but I'm here every Wednesday at 4:00 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You feel me? All right, y'all. Listen, that is it. In conclusion, let me just say this. My goal for everybody out there, whether you watch this on the live or on the replay, is that you accept your past and let it go so that you can move forward. So that your weight loss is not just a temporary thing. Because a lot of times we get the goal of losing the weight, or we get the goal of getting the house or getting the car or getting in the relationship, but we don't know how to maintain it, and we go right back to where we were. So I want y'all to live your best life so the world can experience the best you. All right, y'all. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. I want to thank y'all for watching. Listen, do me a favor. If you enjoyed this show, if you see this, go to my Facebook page, The Daryl Walter Show, or my Instagram page. Like and follow. Hit me up with ideas, or if you want to be on the show, if there's a topic that you want me to address. Until then, listen, if you have a dream, I want you to believe it. If you have a goal, I want you to stick to it. But most importantly, don't give up and keep going. Until then, I'll see you next week. Peace.
If you enjoyed this content, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to Pyro Media Network's YouTube channel for more awesome content. Plus, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss when we go live or upload new videos. Visit pyromedianetwork.com today, not just to check out our incredible roster of talented creatives, but also to gain access to exclusive bonus material available only to our Pyro fam. Show your support for this Black-owned indie network by donating today. Help us keep igniting brands everywhere.